We're now continuing Chapter 5, Capital Investment Analysis, and we're going to look at the two different methods that do use what we call the present value. So before we start with our methods, we're going to be looking at the timing of the net cash flow. Let me get my little buzzer here. We're going to be looking at the time of the net cash flows. It's very important to know how much I'm going to receive and when I'm going to receive it. And also we need to look at what we call present value methods. So just to talk about present value of an amount, let's make the assumption that I've got $1 today that I can invest, and I can put it away for 3 years, and I'm going to get 12% a year. So to know what I'm going to have at the end, the present value of the amount, we're going to take a look at. So after the first year, the dollar grows by 12%, which is going to be 12 cents. So at the beginning of year 2, I'm going to have $1.12, but it's going to also grow by 12%. Okay? And so by the end of the third year, my dollar I invested today will be worth 1.404. Okay? Now this is really called the future value, but we're going to turn around and look at the present value of it. So here's my example. I invested $1 today. In 3 years at 12% interest, it's going to be worth $1.404. So here's the question that we're going to look at. What is the present value of the amount? So on January 1st, 2016, what is the present value of the $1.404 that I'm going to get at the end of 3 years? So now I'm going to take the future amount and say, hey, what is it worth today using my present value charts that were in Chapter 12 of Accounting 1A? Okay, so that 1.404 in the future, what is it worth today based upon 12% and 3 years? So here's my 12%, 3 periods. Okay, so I'm basically going to time, this is called the multiplier right here. In case you didn't take my Accounting 1A classes, I taught you how to use these charts. I'm going to look up 12%, I'm going to look up 3 years, and I'm going to take this multiplier, and I'm going to multiply it times the 1.404 that I will have in 3 years. So basically, this is called the present value of an amount. Whatever amount I'll have in the future, today's value, it's only worth $1. Okay? So that's the present value of an amount. There's two different present values here. The second one is going to be called the present value of the annuity. So an annuity is nothing more than a series of equal cash flows. You pay your car note. That's an annuity. You pay your rent. These are all annuities because you pay the same amount every month. So we're going to look at the same thing called the present value of the annuity. So the question is, I'm going to get so much money over a period of time, but what I'm going to want to know is, what is it worth today? All the money I will get in the future, what will it be worth today? So we're going to talk about a $100 annuity for 5 periods at 12%. So the question is, every year for 5 years, I'm going to get $100. And so I know that at the end of the period, I will actually have $500 given to me. But we're going to look at the present value of the annuity. So in reality, the $500 that I will get by the end of the 5th year, oh, hold on a second, I got to get to my table. Here's my $100 each year. So what's going to happen is, let's get to the chart, hold on. Here's my chart. This is called the present value of annuity. So this is when I have equal payments. 12%, 5 years, there's my multiplier. So let me go back, 3.605. So I'm going to take $100 that I'm going to get each year times 3.605, and my answer is going to actually be $360.50. So what this means is the $500 total that I will get over 5 years, today it's only worth $360.50. Okay? So this is a little bit more complicated. So we're going to talk about this right here. So if you look at each year, if I look at each percent, these are multipliers. These are the different periods at 12%. Let's go back. So if you notice that each year, these are the different multipliers. They change each year. And so here they are here. And if I add them up, it would be 3.605. So this concludes the method using the present value of time or concept, okay? And the next video we'll talk about the NPV and the IRR. This is just an introduction to present value concepts.